Just.
Oh, come on.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Oh. Home. No looker.
Yeah.
You did the dab shot. I'm just gonna one time it. Oh my gosh.
Crossed in there. In it goes! Mathieu. It might be. A goal! Can they make something of this? Oh, could be. Making excellent progress with the ball at his feet.
Oh, let's go.
Double tap A. No.
Oh! Yo, what's up, guys? This is Lesky, back with another pro player build for FIFA 22 Pro Clubs. Today, I have for y'all another striker build. It's going to be over ROMELU, Lukaku. And before we dive into this build video, I'm just going to let you guys know now that this isn't going to be the most usable and best build on the game. I tried to be very accurate with this build, which is what I try to do for the most part for all my builds. But as a Lukaku build, you're not going to have crazy dribbling. All of his cards on Ultimate Team that I looked at have very low balance and agility. So he's not going to be like the most responsive build when it comes to dribbling, which is one of the most important stats in FIFA. But it still can be a very usable build if you have a lot of pacier, faster builds around you that can dribble and then especially whip across into the box. So now that being said, let's get started and take a look at the height and weight for this Lukaku build. On FIFA, Lukaku is listed at 6'3". For this build, I chose to go for 6'4", and the main reason I do that, I say this on pretty much all of my build videos where this happens, you can be an inch taller and still have the same exact stats at 6'4" compared to 6'3". As you see, I'm changing it, and the stats do not change one bit. So as a taller build like this one, where you want to be an aerial threat, score some headers, you might as well just get that extra inch. And then for the weight, I went for 207 pounds. And this is actually completely accurate with his weight in real life. On FIFA, it says he's listed at 94 kilograms. So I looked that up, and that is actually around 207 pounds exactly. So we went for 207 pounds for the weight, and then 6'4" for the height. Very accurate when it comes to the body type on this build. And then he is a lefty, so that's why we're listed as left-footed for this build. Let's take a look at the perk page now. For the first perk on this build, I chose to go for physical strength, and I'm sure a lot of you guys aren't surprised about that. This build is actually 88 rated. We focused on upgrading the physical stats and the shooting stats a lot for this Lukaku build, and those two categories are like the most heavily weighted when it comes to the overall rating for a striker build. So that's why we're actually pretty high rated. And his lowest rated card in Ultimate Team, his base gold card, is 88 rated as well. So that's pretty cool. And he has 95 strength on that card. I believe with the bull archetype and maxing out the strength on the skill tree, we have 87 strength for this build. So with the physical strength on top of that, I would say we probably have around 95, if not more, like 97, almost 99 strength on this build. So this build's an absolute monster when it comes to the physical ability. And yeah, that's why we have physical strength for this build, just to bump up the strength even more, because he is one of the strongest players on FIFA this year. And then his highest rated card, he has a 1 to watch card, which got upgraded to a 91 rated card. He has 98 strength on that build. So we're probably very close to strength that he has there. And then it'll also increase the ball control and jumping, which is quite nice. He doesn't have very much jumping on his cards. He has 76 jumping on his base gold card, and I believe we're somewhere around there, but we'll actually have even more because this perk upgrades the jumping. So on to the second perk. I decided to go for a one-time shot, and I'm a huge fan of both of these perks for striker builds, especially bigger striker builds. And the main reason we went for this is because he has the power header trait. So what one-time shot will do is it will give you the power header trait as well as the finesse, flare, and outside foot shot. It'll increase your finishing ability during one-time shots and headers, make our heading even better. His heading actually is very good. On that gold card, he has 89 heading. On his highest rated card, he has 97 heading. And we upgraded the heading a bit on the skill tree, so I think it's like 88. but with the one-time shot on this, giving you the power header trait and helping the finishing ability on headers, you'll have even more heading actually than we actually have on the skill tree. So I believe it's probably like 90 something heading in game when you actually use this build. So that's pretty cool. It'll also upgrade your weak foot when you're taking one-time shots. We have a 4-star weak foot on this build. That's what he has. It'll upgrade to a 5-star weak foot when taking one-time shots, so you won't have to worry about that. And that's the reason why we went for the one-time shot perk on this build, mostly because of that power header trait. The third perk, I decided to go for active first touch for this build. Because we're 6'4", 207 pounds, we do not have a ton of pace on this build. We upgraded the pace fully, and we got 87 pace, 87 acceleration, and 87 sprint speed. So what this perk will do, it'll increase our acceleration and sprint speed when we get a pass played to us, or when we're running onto a through ball, it'll kick in, which is very nice to boost the speed up even more. It'll also increase our ball control and then grant us the flare trait, which is nice for a target man. You got a defender on your back, you're just trying to get the ball played to your feet, and then you can lay it back off to a midfielder, run into the box, make a run in behind, or lay it off to a winger, whatever it may be. You can do fancy flicks with that flare trait, which is kind of nice. And yeah, those are the main reasons why I went for these 3 perks, and I really would not sub any perk out on this build. These are definitely the best ones to go for a Lukaku build. Let's take a look at the skill tree now. Beginning on the physical page for this Lukaku build, what I wanted to go for is to upgrade the reactions and strength as much as possible, because he actually has 91 reactions on his lowest rated card. And then, like I said, he's got that 95 strength. So what we're going to do is start on this right side. We're going to get the stamina and then this +4 reactions for 2 skill points. If we take everything off, you'll see that we only have 80 reactions to start out with. As a taller striker, 6'4", your reactions go down a bit for your base stats. So we're trying to upgrade that more. We're going to get +4 for 2 skill points right here. And then we're going to go all the way down to the bull archetype to get us that max strength, give us +13 strength, +3 stamina, and +5 aggression for all this stuff right here. And then for more reactions, we're getting this +5 reactions for 3 skill points to get us to 89. And this one isn't necessary, but like I said, he has 91 reactions on his lowest rated card. So I wanted to get it as close to that as possible. And with this +3 for 3 skill points right here, we get it to 92. And then on his highest rated card, he actually has 97 reactions, which is not possible to get it that high. So we got it to 92, got it in the 90s, and I feel like that's pretty good for a big striker like this. Where you're going to be in the box a lot, you're going to be a target man, a poacher, trying to bounce onto those loose balls, those crosses, react to it as fast as possible. So I feel like reactions is very good for a striker build like this one, and it'll help out in a lot of situations. So that is the physical page. We only have 79 jumping, which isn't the best, but remember, we have that physical strength perk. And on his 91 rated card, the highest rated card, that one to watch card, he has 79 jumping exactly. So we're pretty spot on right there, even though we're going to actually get it boosted more because of that perk. Let's go on to the dribbling page now. So as I mentioned at the beginning of this video, the dribbling is what lets this build down. But looking at the base stats that we have 72 agility and 72 balance. His highest rated card has 64 agility and 55 balance. So we're already better when it just comes to the base stats for this build. And what I really went for here is just to get 4-star skills. You honestly don't even need them if you don't want the 4-star skills. You don't think you're going to use them that much. It's kind of hard to use 4-star skills if you only have this low of agility and balance. But I wanted them anyways, so that's what I went for. He only has 3-star skills in FIFA this year, so you don't need to go for him. You could just upgrade like ball control, dribbling, balance, and agility more and just avoid those skill moves. But what I did is just went for this +2 agility for 1 skill point, +3 dribbling for 2 skill points, and then use the last 5 skill points on 4-star skills. And these are what the stats look like. But again, if you don't want them, what you could do is get this ball control right here, get this balance right there, and then you could either upgrade the ball control or the dribbling. I would probably do dribbling since we have that active first touch and physical strength, which they both say it upgrades your ball control. So you might as well get that dribbling instead of the ball control. And that's what I would do for this build. If you don't want 4-star skills, that's probably your best bet. But I decided to go for 4-star skills, get that 4-star, 4-star. And this is the dribbling page. Definitely the lowest category, like other than passing and defending, obviously. But just when you're using this build, make sure to not try and dribble that much at all and play like a natural target man and just lay it off back to your teammates. So let's move to the passing page. As you'd expect, we're not going to go for any passing upgrades on this Lukaku build. All of his passing stats are very low on his cards, and we're just going to have the base stats. 76 vision, 74 crossing, 56 long pass, 75 short pass, and 76 curve. 76 vision really isn't too bad. The taller you go as a striker, the better vision. I believe if you were like 5'4", you would have like 70 vision. So we actually have like a good amount of vision because of that extra height. And if we compare it to his gold card, he has 75 vision, 73 crossing, 77 short pass, 70 long pass, and 78 curve. So it's actually pretty close on all those categories, except for long pass. He is a bit better. But we're not going to upgrade that. There's really no point for a striker build, and we need those skill points in other categories. Onto the shooting. Here we have a lot of skill points, just like the physical page. And what I went for here is to try and upgrade the shot power as much as possible. On his gold card, he has 89 shot power, and then the 91 rated card, he has 93. So if I take everything off, what we're going to go for first is the 4-star weak foot. He has a 4-star, so we might as well go for that. Then we're going to get the shot power and long shots, get these finishing and volleys right here. And then you're going to go all the way down to the finisher archetype to basically get that +5 shot power. And then we're going to upgrade it even more, +3, and then some upgrades and free kick accuracy for 3 skill points, and then +3 again, and some upgrades and penalties for 3 skill points. And then for the last thing on this build, we went for heading accuracy, which is what I don't really do on much of my builds at all. But Lukaku has 89 heading on his gold card, and then 97 heading on his 91 rated card. So this will bump us up to 87. And then we have the one-time shot perk, which will give us the power header trait like he has, and then upgrade our heading ability. So it's probably in the 90s and definitely one of the best heading builds I've used in FIFA this year because of that heading accuracy and the one-time shot perk. But remember that one-time shot perk will also help with our weak foot. We have a 4-star, but if you have a one-time shot with your weak foot, it'll upgrade to a 5-star weak foot, which is very nice. And just look at all the shooting stats. They're crazy. Almost all of them are in the 90s. We have 97 finishing, 90 shot power, 94 long shots, and 90 volleys. So you should finish a ton of your chances with this build. And looking at his 91 rated card, he has 96 finishing, so we have one better than that. 93 shot power, like I said. We have 90. He has 77 long shots. That's his lowest stat. He's not known for his long shots, but we just got those upgrades anyways because it comes along with basically all the shot power and then like the finisher archetype. So we kind of can't really avoid that. And then the 90 volleys is very good as well. This is the shooting page. Let's take a look at pace. This is the other category that kind of lets this build down a bit, but it's not nearly as much of a problem compared to the dribbling with the low agility and balance, because you can make this 87 pace work, and we have the active first touch that'll increase the acceleration and sprint speed, so it's not a big problem at all. You can get in behind. I got in behind on the defense, and you can use that strength if someone tries to come up next to you and out-muscle you or push you off the ball. It's not going to happen. You'll be able to bump them off and just keep running. And all of his cards in Ultimate Team actually have a split when it comes to the sprint speed and acceleration. He has more sprint speed than acceleration, but we can't afford to do that for a build like this with low pace to start with. Like we could take off the acceleration right here, but you need that acceleration to make the build feel better and to start getting up to speed and running it behind. So I decided to just go for that max pace and get the 87 acceleration and 87 sprint speed that you see right here. So this build is actually very accurate when you compare it to Lukaku's cards in Ultimate Team. And if you have some other builds around you on your team that are like wingers, have good dribbling stats, a striker that's pacey up top with you that can get in behind, some just builds that can get down the line, cross the ball, feed you in the box for you to finish off your chances, you can really make this build work. Play like a natural target man, get the ball played to your feet, and then lay it back off, and then make a run in behind. Use that physical strength and those amazing shooting stats to score a lot of goals. So let me know if you give this build a try, how you like it. Would love to hear that in the comments. If you could hit that like button on this video for me, and then hit that subscribe button on my channel if you haven't already subscribed, I would appreciate that a lot. Thank you guys for watching. Y'all have a great rest of y'all's day, and peace out.